Alright, we got a lot of stuff. So, got our thermostat, got a 180, pop that little booger in there, inline fuel filter. We got our plugs, I'm going to have to check their gap in a second. Plug wires, we'll have to put those on. Our water temperature. So now we'll have something that we can read the water temp with, so that's great. Look at this nonsense. What is this? This is the only way I can do it. Right here. Okay. I got this side changed for plugs and wires. And then I had to stop yesterday because we had a severe thunderstorm come in with hail and all the typical stuff that happens in Missouri. So, since that happened, we stopped for the day and then we came back out this morning. Not too bad. Didn't get any on me. Looks like cold. A new one. New line as well. And that came out of the old one. All that dirt. So I need it changed. Alright. Brand new fuel filter. Air filter I changed as well. Brand new oil filter. And the plugs have been changed. Plug wires have been changed. We've got our temp gauge, oil pressure. We got a new one of those. And we got new gas in it. So we're gonna, and a new battery too. Look at that. So we're just gonna go ahead and crank it up and see how it does. Alright. Okay, we don't have a leak from the fuel line. That's good. That fuel actually looks pretty clean too. Our speedo just started working. Okay, we got, we're gonna work on this master cylinder and brake fluid. I don't have anything to, or this brake booster. I don't have anything to pull this out, so what we'll do is we'll put a little catch pan underneath here. And when we open this, it'll just drip down. Alright, that's two out. The top two. The bottom ones, I'm gonna have to get a flashlight because I cannot see in there. In order to take those other ones out, this is what we're gonna have to use. Wish it wasn't so floppy. This one had so much dirt and gunk on it that I had to use a 16 to get it off. Isn't that crazy? It's just something else. And it's a size 15. That is something else. Boy, you know it's serious when you see all this stuff out, eh? Finally got this out. I think it came with new hardware, so I think we can just retire those. Okay, got that little sucker out of there. Now we got to put the new one in. Well, it's on. We were only able to use 5 of the 6, so the one that wouldn't go on was the bottom one on the inside, and I can only get it finger tight because you can't get a ratchet or a wrench on it because of the way that these boneheads designed this. They got these really long studs coming out, and you end up having to use a wrench on the bottom ones, and you have to use a stubby, the open end of it. So I can't do that while I'm maneuvering in the air, trying not to fall on the engine. I just can't do it. Awesome. This stupid camera, it recorded everything upside down. Okay, so I bench bled this, and it's good to go on now. And we just got it sitting here. We're going to put it on, bolt it up in the back here. Then we're going to take one of these off and put the line on and tighten it down. And then do the same for the front, one at a time. We're not taking both off because we don't want this to leak, because then we got to start all over again. and we are not doing that again. So we'll go ahead and put this sucker on. I got it installed. I washed everything off with water, and I think we're gonna be okay. We had to bench bleed this for a while. The front one was perfect instantly, no air at all. The back one took a little longer. It was a little bit more annoying. The brakes are done. I took it out on the highway. Went about 45. Didn't go much faster than that, 45, 50. And I'm gonna have to drive to get new tires, and these things, boy oh boy, these need changed. I'm very, very nervous to drive these anything faster than 40, really. They're in bad shape. And it would be different if it was just like a little spot of dry rot, but like this here, this is dry rotted all up the entirety of it. These are kind of scary. And this is one of our better ones. This one right here is a better one. Change these lights out. I had this little Walmart screwdriver kit that had Torx heads in them, also known as Star. So that fit in there pretty good. And then I had these leftover lights from my Firebird that actually fit. Alright, I got the lights on. You can see the tail lamps work now. There's that one lit up and that one. All the lights work now, except for turn signals. Alrighty. The day is upon us. I found something the other day I thought was kind of cool. Found a stash of cassette tapes. Tom Petty. What's this here? Robin Trower? I don't even know that one. And maps and stuff. That's for a chainsaw. Alright. We're hoping we can make it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to drive to my tire changing place. So, wish me luck, boys. I'm gonna need it. Oh boy. I tell you, we just started our journey. Going about 40. And I'm feeling a lot of vibrations, boys. These tires got a lot of flat spots on them. I'm gonna try to go about 40, I don't know. It's feeling bad though. My flashers are still working on this, but my turn signals aren't. So I got this puller here to, while it pushes, and then you get this out, that little ring. You have to have this tool to get it out, otherwise you're gonna have problems. Then I use this steering wheel puller to get the steering wheel off, and the way you get to that is you just pull the cover off. All you have to do is grab the cover and pull it off that way, and it'll come right off. So, next, we get this ring off, and then we have access to our turn signals. And I'm thinking this switch is not going to be working right. It's been raining. I've been in here trying to fix this, just kind of half in and half out of the truck. We got this back, this new one in here. Works. And our hazards work. See that? Right there is where the hazards come out. And then you'll see when you pull it back, that means they're off. So there they're on, now they're off. The hazards were working, but the turn signal wasn't. So I was just sitting here, just like, what in the world? I went through, made sure all the wires were good, that they were going to the fuse box. I changed out the little flashers to see if that was the problem. It wasn't. And then I got up underneath there and was messing around with the fuse while the key was on, with it in the position, right? See, now you know it works. And what it was is one of those fuses wasn't blown, but it just wasn't making good connection. So I just wiggled it around, and then all of a sudden, this worked. So it's working in here. I guess I should check it. Yeah, it's working. We got turn signals. All right, that's one less problem. It only took all day through a freaking storm and everything else. Marker on that side's working, marker on that side. We're working. We got her. We can put our steering wheel back on. Make sure this right side's working. Yeah, see this? Backup lights are back as well. Backup lights are working because I got it in reverse right now. So we got backup lights as well. Yep, we're working and working. Okay, this is back on. The spring goes behind it. Then you got the plate, or the little plastic piece, then the plate. And you got to make sure that you line this up. And if this doesn't go on at first, just wiggle it around, and then it should just go right on. And then you use this to push it back. And once it's back far enough, that little ring will go back in there. And that ring is what holds it there. So see, that's what holds the whole thing on. Now you check to make sure this still works. You're golden. It works. So, we're good. Now we got to put this back together. And how this works is, let's see, I got to make sure. I want to make sure that's going to be straight. Yeah. Putting that on there. Don't want it upside down. Okay, so we get this little sucker on here. Like that. Alright. And now we get this started. And we got to tighten this down. And that's as tight as we go. No, I'm kidding. Alright, got our truck legal. Got the plates on and everything. Inspection's complete. Passed it. So now we'll just use it kind of as a daily driver. Use it as a daily driver anytime I need to go and pick up a engine or a transmission or even a rear end. We'll use it for that. Now we're gonna upload the entire trip back in its entirety uncut because I ran into a storm on the way back and I hadn't changed out my windshield wipers yet. So these are, you know, over 10-year-old windshield wipers that I was using. So I'll go ahead and show those real quick. They're a little worse for wear. Gosh, I don't even... Yeah, they really don't even have... They really don't have anything on them. So what happened was they got some of that moss hung up underneath them on both sides, and I think that moss was actually acting as a little sponge or something to clean the windshield off, because they still worked. The rain was quite heavy. It started out kind of just as a heavy thunderstorm, and it ended up being something that was dropping 3-inch hail in neighboring towns. And for us, we got pea-sized, and we didn't get pea-sized until the very tail end of this uncut video. So I'll put, I think I've got 3 really long videos that I was just gonna use little snippets out of, but I'm going to have them completely uncut in their entirety. You can watch the whole thing, and if you like backcountry roads and stuff, there's a lot of that on here. If you don't want to hear me run my yap, you can just mute it and watch the video, I guess, and play country music in the background or something. But We almost ran over a groundhog at one point. I was going along, and there's a groundhog just in the middle of the road. And the little sucker, he wouldn't move out of the way. So he eventually scurried out of the way. I saw him from a good distance away. The camera picked him up kind of at the last second. You see him for a couple of seconds. So he runs and, darts out of the way. But we didn't hit him or anything. He survived to tell the story to his grandkids, so there is that. We ran into the storm, I think in the second video. It starts out really sunny day like this, really sunny. And by the end of the video, dusk till dawn lamps are on, and there's no sunlight anymore. Very, very dark storm. They were talking about tornadoes and stuff that they were worried about, and like I said, 3-inch hail. So there was a lady that took a picture of it, shared it on social media. That looked like a baseball, baseball-sized hail. She was holding it like that. So pretty good sized stuff. I mean, that would dang near kill someone if it hit you. So I'm gonna upload it. If you're wanting to see blood and guts, you're not going to see that. But you are going to see very, very heavy rain, crazy wind, pea-sized hail at the tail end of the video, like the last couple minutes. You will see a little bit of that. And me driving very slowly. almost had to downshift at times. When I was going up hills and stuff, I was dropping down to like 40, 35, and really probably should have downshifted, but I was trying to hold this camera at the same time, so. But you'll see the entirety of it right now. Alright, we got our inspection passed, and of course we're coming back. My radio's kind of working, but kind of not. And we got a tornado watch with 3-inch size hail, is what they said. 3-inch. That's crazy. We've had a crazy season already with this. But we're almost back. You can see up in the distance we do have a large amount of darkness up there. So we're going to be going right into the eye of the storm. I might just let this run. I don't know. They said seek shelter immediately. Luckily, I'm in my truck. That's shelter enough, right? I was thinking about downshifting there for a second. Dang. I can hear it lugging pretty good. We're good though. Yeah, that's crazy up ahead. That is some crazy stuff there. That is some very dark clouds. And of course it doesn't show up. Oh, little groundhog almost got ran over. That was a little groundhog in the middle of the road there. He got, I avoided him though. I barely was able to avoid him. He's fine. Yeah, so I'll just turn this radio off because it's not really working very well. And we'll just point this here. Yeah, that's really worrying me. That's why I'm not driving so fast, and I should be downshifting right there, but whatever. I'm almost home. By almost, I mean a good 15, 20 miles away. I had to go quite far away to get this inspection. starting to rain, boys. I heard it for a second, then it stopped. Maybe not just yet. This is one sharp curve here. Works on this thing. That's crazy. Defrost actually works. I guess everything works on it. Yeah, that's a very curvy, hilly part of the country here. If the road was nicer, it'd be a nice place to take a motorcycle, but the road's kind of bad. Yeah, there's a storm. It's dropping some rain, I can tell that. It's not that far off now. We got the calm before the storm right now. That's what I'm feeling right here. This is something else, man. This has been an eventful day. I really hope we don't get 3-inch size hail. That sounds crazy. But that's what they said it was dropping. That's what the radio said, 3-inch size hail. So I can only assume that they're not lying. That's like a baseball. It's like a small baseball. That's crazy. If something like that hits your car, then you're in a lot of trouble, aren't you? Dang. Well, it's getting dark. Might have to throw my headlights on. Oh boy. Never did I think that this is what would be happening when I woke up this morning. But every day's an adventure, right? Very dark. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here it comes. This is perfect. Without windshield wipers, and here I am. My windshield wipers are old, man. I didn't remember to buy new ones today. So I'm gonna have to slow way down in a second here and make sure that I can still see through the windshield. Anytime somebody passes me, man, it's rough. We're almost through this storm though. It just now started raining. That's working. We're gonna leave those on. They're actually working. I think the moss that's stuck to them is acting as a new windshield wiper. All right, we're good, boys. We're good. Yeah, this is wild. Well, if you hear something loud, then that means that I got hit by a hail. We're almost through the dark spots though. Gonna try to get through this as good as I can. And I don't even know if you can hear me, but it's really loud. With the wind and everything and the rain, it's pretty loud. We're almost through it though. Dang man, I can barely see the road. Still haven't had to roll my window up though. Stick my head out like a dog if I have to, unless it hails. Dang, boys. This is wild. I think these are 1-speed windshield wipers. can't speed them up. I can't speed them up. That's as fast as they go. We're gonna make it. I know we are. We're almost through. I had to slow way down back there. We're good though. Alright, I think we made it through. Oh, that was a frog strangler for a second there. I think we're alright though. For the time being. We'll roll up onto a little village here in a second. Not that far now, it's a couple miles away. And when we get there, if we have to stop, if it starts raining really heavy again, then we'll just stop. We are backfiring a little bit. I heard a backfire there, I think. Who knows? Alright. You know, I think we're through it. I think we're through all of it. This is good for the underside of the car. Well, the truck. You fell! That dang bridge, I tell you. Okay, we're getting problems now. This little village here. Well, it's gotten a little worse. We went through the village okay. We're still about 7 miles away or so. That's fine though. We're almost there. And keep in mind, it's not dark time. This is in the middle of the day, guys. And it looks like the dead of night. We got some strong storms coming through here. God, this is crazy. This is the craziest thing that I've driven in a little while now. Pretty wild. We're almost back. That's what I keep telling myself. We'll be back in a second. But good Lord, this is something. I hate driving and stuff like this, but we don't have any other choice right now. We just gotta make it through. I think I'm hearing hail, but I'm not quite sure. Oh, that's heavy. That is heavy. Yeah, I think we gotta slow down. Dang, that is wild. That is wild. Okay, we might pull over. This is getting crazy. Getting hard to see. Finally had to roll my window up. thinking about? I gotta change that belt. That belt sounds bad. We got another alarm going off for severe thunderstorms. We're almost back though. We are almost back. Of course, I'm gonna have to make a run straight into the house and then hope and pray that we don't get a tornado. This road is covered in rain. This is more like a river right now than a freaking road. And luckily for me, there's spots washed out and I can't tell where they're at. So we'll give our suspension a workout. Oh yeah. This is exactly what we needed, right? Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh, Lord. This road. We got some crazy stuff going on right now. And I'm out in it, in the middle of it. It's getting hot in here with this defrost on, but I don't want to turn it off because I'm afraid that the windows will fog up and then I can't see a thing. Well, we're basically home, so I'll shut it off unless something drastic happens.